what with this whole scenario, so there's like this group in charge of the White Spring apparently, which represents a religion, and that's fair enough. So Thelema is a religion. As part of this religion by Aleister Crowley, la-di-da-di-da, it's all good. There's like certain parts, dark, which not everybody agrees with, which is part of the overall teachings of Thelema and all the writings and so. And some people argue that like, so there is a Thelema pyramid, you know, and when like the founder of OTO Glastonbury, also the founder of the Occult Conference, when he wrote Baphomet's blog, in which he describes why he runs a soup kitchen in Glastonbury to like anchor the Thelema pyramid, as in like you tell the ones at the bottom of the pyramid, like, oh look, you want to know free will, and like, look, we've got this thing to worship me, drink wine and take strange drugs, and they go like, yeah, why not? What's wrong with that? Nothing's wrong with that. Well, and then like, so then there are the lower part of the pyramid, which is with that connected to the upper part of the pyramid, and the higher you go, the more power people have in this system. And at the top of the pyramids, there it appears to be that's where the people like Epstein, Trump, and all of that lot, P. Diddy, the whole ecstasy-related DJ culture, all of that is part of the top of the Thelema pyramid. And then even where my journey started, in Ibiza, to realize that they were all the priests of Thelema that run the shop. There's a club called Pasha, that's like the magic of the patriarchy. There's a club called Chaos with a K. There was a club called Chaos with a K, Amnesia, and in the top of Amnesia, the light shining out. And that's like the top of the Thelema pyramid, trying to keep us in an amnesia about the past, when once we realized. And opposite the road, you have a club called Ku, K-U, which is the essence of magic in Egypt. So as the essence of magic, that's like the fifth element. So then to realize... Exactly. And then to then realize like, okay, part of this religion is like, oh, we like the great beast 666, to bring those energies back into this reality. And Rudolf Steiner, he said like that with the reappearance of Christ in the etheric, the forces of Ahriman and Sorath will represent themselves openly to the public. One cannot happen without the other one. And then to realize how everything played out with Bradley Crowley, yeah? Because I saw him getting inaugurated, then I had a word with him. He like, well, we both love each other, and we realized that we are working for the same thing. So I asked him, how did you end up reading out the Book of Law at the Market Cross 2 years ago? And he said, well, you know, he was writing a dissertation, like he was studying the magic of the patriarchy. And as of that, he asked Sol and Annabelle if he can take some pictures of them doing their magic. And then they went like, oh, would you mind reading out the Book of Law at the Market Cross for us? And he's like, yeah.
He's a voice.
Yeah.
He's
but also due to the fact that every year they would be reading out the Book of Law at the Market Cross with a megaphone on the 8th, 9th and 10th, 3 days in a row. And the third chapter, this is summoning the war demon. This is Rahor Kuit, worship me with the blood of a child, and all these things. When spoken, when these words are spoken out publicly, it's a curse, it's a summoning. And whatever they did at the Market Cross, the whole OTO all around the world, because they live streamed that, they knew like, wow, look, there's a Crowley reading out the Book of Law in the holy grail of all our chapters, oasis, like the priests of Amun organized in oases. The whole world was watching that, went like, yay. after he read that out, he kind of got confronted with the satanic, dark sex magic practices of this group, so to say. And he went like, I don't want to have anything to do with that. I distance myself from that. Little did he know that like then next year he would become the town crier. And how then with that, like for me, I thought like, wow, they're Crowley, they're summoning Aleister Crowley, like what's going on here? And then later I found out that actually there was this guy who read out the Book of Law last year at the Market Cross. He connected with the demon Sorat, with blood magic.
Gentleman here you were talking to in the graveyard.
He connected to the demon Sorat with blood magic as a teenager. Always had really affirmity with him. Then he met the people in Glastonbury and they went like, whoa, really? Come on, we introduce you into the heart chakra of the world. Then he last year then read out the 3rd chapter, the demon Sorat, the guy who called himself Sorat. Oh, that's what I identify as.
Are you talking with him over at that stone?
And he's been reading out the Book of Law. Worship me with the blood of a child. Worship me, doing da 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 da. I pick out the eyes of Jesus as he's hanging on the cross.
The name of the Phoenician deity.
Tanit.
Tanit, the Phoenician goddess.
And so basically then on a week after that, roughly, he signs up in the book of chapters of religions, compassions with the mayor as a Luciferian. And then on Easter Sunday, they hold a ceremony where they baptize him, Sorat. This is like, well, how can you possibly summon a demon if not like that? With everything revived on Easter Sunday, and he got a new nice white robe, watched by the whole of the OTO. All chapters knew that this is what's happening. Wow, Sorat baptized, yay! Sorat 666, the great beast. On Easter Monday, the entrance of St.John the Baptist Church was covered in blood. Somebody got hurt, the entrance looked like a scene out of Shining.
I read in the newspaper.
And the Pope was dead. And I'm like, wow, this was what tipped over the barrel so that St. John the Baptist Church would be closed on the 1st of May for the first day. I saw that as a result of this magic working out. Then on this day, they inaugurate the town crier in front of the eyes of the whole Thelemite world, being the absolute heroes. Look, there's our Mr. Crowley, and we summoned the beast behind the scenes, but this is how we presented to our circle. And the town crier had no idea that that was happening. That's how I kicked off like that about this whole thing. And then I saw the summoning of this demon happening. And I asked, what can I do? And they said, like, look, chisel out the eyeball of Providence and see who gives a fuck.
That's when you did that.
And so I did. That was the motivation behind it. And now I know who gave a fuck and why they gave a fuck.
That's a big, deep story.
Oh, Mahusif. And then all the kind of shit
Did you
that
have comebacks from that?
I took a video of that, posted it, Sol reposted it, called me all kinds of things. I was going through hell for that. Obviously, I was offered violence. By one person came up to me at the chippy and at night, and he was like, you're the guy from the video. I'm not going to do it here, but I promise you a black eye for chiseling out that eyeball out of the temple. I promise it to you. I will give it to you after the pub. I will find you. And I'm like, whoa, somebody threatened me with violence. I hadn't seen him again because I don't go to the pub. But the next time I saw him was when they introduced the new May King and May Queen. So basically, it was him who promised me a black eye.